All right, this is going to be a bit of a rant because I'm noticing more on this journey. I'm just like saying more of my truth and not like backing down for things and sort of creating controversy. I know I didn't brush my hair, but so Elijah Long. I don't know if you've ever heard about this channel, big on like alpha male stuff, and yeah, for the most part, it's all right. Like, I don't really watch his videos. I've been subscribed to him many, many years. He used to talk about NoFap. Now it's just like, I don't get it. His past videos were like saying walking. Like the title of these videos, walking makes you depressed. Depressed people love walking and television shows. My neighbor committed suicide. He walked daily. Walking kills. Da, 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 da. And then this is so I got curious. He made a video yesterday titled 1% gayer every month you live with your parents. And I know a lot of this is clickbait, but it's just like, who listens to this guy? And it's almost like toxic masculinity. And I want to talk about masculinity real quick. A real man, one, a real man is on his mission, doesn't call people gay, doesn't put people down, doesn't like have a hierarchy of things like I'm better than you, or I don't know. Like a real man, I think, just focuses on his mission, doesn't like, I don't know, man, just this whole clickbaity titles. And he was talking about self-improvement being a gay thing. And for me, self-improvement is just another word for growth, another word for challenging yourself. Routines are, I don't get what he has, like routines is what you do every single day. And if you have positive routines and if you're growing, that's better than the opposite of, like, the mind is always going to want to seek comfort. That's the truth. And he was saying how having a cigar every once in a while is fine. And I don't get it. Like, once you expose your brain to comfort, to pleasures, to cigars, it's going to want more. That's the way the brain works. It's constantly seeking dopamine, instant dopamine. 1% gayer every month. So I commented on that, knowing it might create some back and forth and controversy. And I just said, this guy's lost it. Talk about being judgmental and projecting. Because that's what it is, man. He projects a lot. And the bigger man wouldn't even talk about this and would just let it go. But I'm noticing more on this journey. I'm just like wanting to express more of my truth. Hey, whether I'm wrong or not. Here's the thing about living with your parents. If you can, like in Europe, actually, there's more of a family inclusivity. My mind's just going back to one comment that said I was selfish because I mentioned wanting my peace and helping out with my niece was very like chaotic and like just like disrupting of peace and stuff. And I never said I hated my niece. I never said that. And this person was saying I was selfish. I'm an awful cousin and how I hate my niece. I never said that. Actually, as far as selfishness goes, I'm the least selfish person. Every job I've ever had, every time my boss would ask me to do something, I would do it. Or to take off the day last minute, I would do it. Or take this thing here. And that's why so I worked at this restaurant, Moroccan Mediterranean restaurant, fine dining. I worked with like 3 other people in the kitchen. And we moved places. It was during COVID, or right before COVID. And he didn't tell anyone else. And it was just me and him for a while. And then he hired these other people. And I've still kept in contact with him. I think he's in France. He's semi-retired. And I'll probably hear from him some other time. He's basically family. everybody I've ever worked with has always seen me almost as family. And like this other boss that took over, he's like, he texts me every now and then, how you doing? And you should stop by sometime. And man, I've been meaning to stop by, but I haven't. It's been a few years, so definitely got to get on that. But what did I say? Okay, talk about being judgmental and projecting. And then he says, of course you have a pick with Goggins. And then this other guy says, you say you lost it, but you never had it. Funny to see you're still a NoFap nobody. Man, people, I'm not fapping. I'm not even, like, yes, I talk about NoFap. Yes, I talk about my videos being NoFap and celibate and all that. But I'm not fapping. You gotta think, like, the people who are fapping, they're wasting their lives. They're just living ordinary lives. And I commented underneath one other comment. Let me see if I can find it. And he said, of course you'd agree with this comment. But listen to the comment. And these titles are very, like, they're clickbaity, but he also believes these comments. Like walking the blue zone, right? The blue zone is some of the longest living people, centurions and stuff, who live past 100. They're doing a mild form of exercise every single day, aka walking. They're getting outside, gardening, socializing. They're in communities. They're positive. And that's why they live the longest. So it's like, I don't get it. Where is that comment? I gotta find it. Hold up, I know where to find it. Let me go. Here it is. So here was the comment. It said, I'm 30 with a kid. The point of habits and routines is you do it despite your life circumstance. Like OG Elliot Hulse said back in the day, habits and routines are crucial for a man. A man without those is a boy. I agree with the scrounging and catastrophe I've been, but you're trying to connect things that ain't here. I like most of what you said here, but the connections to routines is still weak. My routine saved me in my darkest days and were that much sweeter. Self-improvement, too, is not bad. Don't throw the baby out the bathwater. The connection there is still flimsy, but I agree with most of what was said. Now in my 30s, I don't like the Huberman style of self-improvement. Not that I ever really did, but I find it hard to respect those that laugh at improvement, like waking up at 5 a.m., walking, whatever is about being a solid man. That's it, not about perfection. Here are the replies. I said agree, and he said, of course you agree. You're on day 310 of NoFap. You count days of not touching yourself. Okay. And then I said, it's overcoming lust and base desires and celibacy and transmuting that sexual energy. It's way more than just NoFap. And he says, transmuting it into what? Endless workouts and routines? It's a sick cycle you must break out of, brother. Routines, I said routines and habits make us who we are, and challenges that aren't easy help us grow. And that's true, physically, mentally, and spiritually. It's not easy to be consistent with running when you don't like to run. It's a mental battle, running ultras and 100-milers when all you want to do is quit grows you mentally and translates into other aspects of your life. He says that's self-torture if you don't enjoy it and leads you nowhere. Quit running from your life and who you are. One person said, you didn't even read what I said or where I'm coming from. Guaranteed you did. Self-improvement at the bottom and had routine. Listen and discuss. Nuance. I agree. Then one person said, I agree, without a foundation, man is breakable. It's usually the undisciplined man who laughs at habits and routines. I've noticed it's the older guys with diabetes and on a boatload medications that laugh at things like walking, diet, etc. Laughing at self-improvement is always loser behavior. Some guys definitely take it too far, though. And the whole thing about masculinity. That's why I never really focused on masculinity, what it takes to be a whole man and what it takes to be a man. I'm just like, Hey, strength train applies to both females and males. You want bigger bone density, you want strength train, and that's something I'm trying to work on. And cardio, you want like a big sense of like lungs, cardio, like being able to breathe. Without good cardio, you're gonna struggle later in the latter parts of life. Same goes with stretching, mobility, and I don't know. That's why I'm just like, just be a good person. The whole man women thing, alpha, beta, any of that stuff. It's just like, who cares? Just be a good person. Work on yourself. Don't let things get to you. Don't let your mind seek out these pleasures that are ultimately destructive. Just person-wise, the whole man-woman thing, alpha, female, beta, video games, I don't know, man. Like, there's just so much judgments out there. And this isn't even talking about the doxers. This is Elijah Long, who's got thousands of subscribers. How many subscribers is that? 155,000 subscribers. Or 155,000 subscribers. And like I said, I'm documenting my journey of celibacy and sexual energy transmutation, even though it has not been perfect. It could have been a lot better. Like, I could have been more consistent with my positive habits. And these habits are crucial. Habits make us who you are, like that comment said. But I don't know. What's your definition of masculinity? Why does it even matter? And people focus too much on, I think, the wrong things and just superficial stuff. There's more to life than these just superficial topics, and self-improvement, it's become so like the word has become so, what's the word I'm trying to come up with, looked at as flimsy, looked at as negative, and everything to do with self-improvement is basically growth. Ice baths help you challenge yourself to do something you don't want to do because it is uncomfortable to get in there. Therefore, it trains that brain. It translates to other stuff. Same with waking up early. People do not. It's hard to get up early. I struggle with getting up early. But man, I don't want to make this long. Masculinity, man. It can be toxic just focusing on it. And I'm just trying to be a good person. I'm trying to improve. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to grow. Basically what a man or woman or everybody should be doing. That's why blue pill, red pill, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't mean anything to me. And as far as taking care of myself, I take care of myself. I eat healthy. I of course can be doing better. I can be strength training, but like as far as looks goes, I'm not trying to impress anybody. As far as like people mentioning my beard and shaving and you should like take care of your hair and comb, and I don't care, man. I'm never trying to impress. I'm not trying to impress people on here. I'm not trying to impress people in the outside world. I don't care what people think. And still, I managed to attract good people in my life. That's saying something. That's saying more of who I am than looks. So that's my 2 cents. What's yours? Comment down below. Let's get it.